Hello, and welcome to another demo showcase in Backpack Brain. Today we're checking out another story-esque game. This is one of those where I actually think I should explain it properly, because otherwise, maybe like usually we play a roguelike, we just hit play, we just jump in. That's a lie, we usually spend a minute talking about random unrelated stuff. This is In Their Shoes. In the words of the developer, it's a collection of slice of life stereotype-breaking short stories set in a city of contrasts, like present-day Milan. So I think it's developed by Italians. The only indication I have of that is that the two languages available are English and Italiano, which is otherwise would be a very strange set of languages. If you were not an Italian development group, it would be very interesting. Or you could be, I guess, like an American. It could be an American, like, I don't know, Little Italy situation. I'm not too familiar with that. I'm an Indian Australian, about as far as away you can get from that. But there's 7 shoes for 7 characters, and there's 49 moments, which it's apparently supposed to challenge my perception of gender, culture, and lifestyle. Now, I don't often, by that I mean very rarely, have I played too many. I guess Italy is part of the West, right? It's a stupid question. Of course it is. Western games, and I don't say this in like a base level implication sense. I'm just a weeb. It's kind of like part and parcel, right? I'm a visual novel player. I enjoy stories. I enjoy stuff like that. But I would say I'm like I have my wokeness. The word itself, it leaves like you can't. The word is tainted permanently. Like it's been the dead horse. It's like in Minecraft. They gave the zombie horse a saddle, and you can put horse armor on it, and now it doesn't die. That's where we at with the word. But I would say I'm all encompassing. I'm embracing. I'm understanding. Generally speaking, I'm a member of spectrums, if that's any indication. I mean, it's got the LGBTQ tag on Steam, which I assume is self-set. No, it's popular user-defined tags. Female protagonist, choose your own adventure, etc. Let's stop talking about it. Let's stop coaching myself. I'm just trying to make sure. I don't want to get. Well, you know, I don't really care. There's nothing. You can't cancel me because I have 200 subscribers. But there's a chance that I record this video, it gets like 10 views in 15 years. Somebody pulls this video up and is like, "You were really thinking this back in the day." Listen, product of our time. Nobody's perfect, but also, my opinions are the correct opinions. That's kind of, you have to live in that sort of mindset. But I could also be wrong. Whatever. Stop coaching yourself. This demo includes 4 characters and 4 shoes with 5 moments available. 5 minutes per moment. So I think it's a what do you call it? It's gonna be what, half an hour, roughly speaking? I don't know. Is it voiced? Is it not voiced? I have to assume it's not voiced. I like it when they do their own thing. Whenever it's, because the problem is like the popularity of that like date everything game pissed me off. Sometimes you have to be unashamed about that. It just pisses me off that it got positive reviews. I don't give a shit that it was like not terribly written or whatever. It's just like, I mean, this isn't one of those games, and I want to make that clear that I know it's not one of those games. I'm pretty sure they're gonna tell. You know what? In that case, let's not muddy the waters. Let's just play. I think I feel the need to coach as if people know me more than they do. You know, but I don't think that's the case. Anyway, click on the character. From A to Z, we will unlock 3 of the 26 keywords from their bio. Nico and slippers. Okay, so four shoes, 4 characters. All right. How well do I know Nico? He's my cousin. We're gonna be bowling. Underwear, Sicily, late bloomer, IKEA. Okay. Do I click these? She feels inadequate for not having left home until the age of 28. Don't worry about it, brother. The economy is. I said brother. I call everybody brother. Listen, it is what it is. It just flows in sentence. I'm just, you know. You gotta be careful. Usually I would not coach my statements as much as I do in a video about topics that are intentionally going to be sensitive, right? You know, you wanna be nice. That's perfectly chill. IKEA, being tall. Okay, so 28-year-old tall woman. Apparently, I don't think late bloomer. 28. You know what? Maybe that's probably the age at which you feel like 28 now, because I think 28-year-olds in like 5 years are probably just going to be like, we be at home. What do you want me to do? Buy a house in this economy? Type shit. So I think it's sort of 28 now, and it's probably like fair play. Nothing riles her like watching what should have been a perfect hook shot bouncing off the rim. I don't know what Jabbar has to do with that. I don't know what the word means. Is it like is this like basketball perfectionism? I don't get it. We'll have to explore that. Sicily. She fears that ricotta and sun-dried tomatoes... What did I say? Tomatoes? Tomatoes? How do I say the word? I forgot. Will lead to the end of civilization. This is too Italian for me to comprehend. She adores wearing brightly colored sports bras and panties. That seems perfectly normal. Now what? I thought I was supposed to... Oh no, do I have to pick the shoes now? Is that the deal? Okay, now we will pick... We'll pick the slippers, I guess. Was I supposed... I'm supposed to do something here. I didn't think I would be stuck on a gameplay portion of the story game. That's embarrassing. How do I do this? Is it like a drag? Oh, press play to start. Whoa, am I crazy? Continue? I would like to press play. Am I stupid? I think I'm stupid, guys. Where is the play button? Guys. Oh, okay. It wasn't gonna... But aren't they supposed to be... Question mark. I clicked the question mark. Okay. I don't want... That's spoilers. She's at the Blue Rose alone. Come on, cousin. Let's go bowling. Okay. She's wearing sandals. So she's probably going... out somewhere. I mean, it just told us, right? Okay. Let's just click play. I'm confusing myself with the mechanics of the game. Okay. At your own pace in person. Nico is at the Blue Rose alone. 2 thoughts. Oh, she was a lawyer. Or a law student. One or the other. Who knows. Long day. Okay, so it isn't voiced, which I sort of assumed. But, that's fine. Barmaid. Long day at the... I'm not going to do an Italian accent. Let's not humor ourselves here. Long day at the law office, huh? Can I get you something to eat with that? Is this like an alternate reality where customer service is good? Or maybe bars just have better customer service than places. I haven't been to that many bars. It's sort of before my time, really. How about an appetizer? I'd say that would go well with some chips. Aren't chips an appetizer already? Or olives, maybe. Too Italian for me. No thanks. I'm fine. Why don't I put that in a bottle for you to have later and bring you something more refreshing? That's... a very weird comment to me, but maybe it's a cultural thing. When you see the black scribble in the bottom right, click and hold to enter that character's thoughts, and then we can return to... They remain accessible for a limited number of dialogue lines. Okay. So basically, I think that what that means is, like, if you don't click on it in, like, after a few lines, it will disappear. In the full game, the number of new thoughts available in each moment increases as you unlock the keywords. Okay. So... let's click and hold to enter the brain of Nico. What would Daddy think if he could see me in this state? And you're gonna go home as well. There's a lot of thoughts that would go around in this situation. Okay. Okay. Another thought? Oh, it's the same thought. Never mind. Maybe a soda or an iced tea? Are we being like... Is this like we're being babied by the barmaid? Then what? Fruit? Yeah, I was gonna say, it's a bit fucking condescending. I'm a 28-year-old coming from a law. Do I know this barmaid? Because it seems like, yeah, like, we seem to be a known figure. Why are we being condescended to? We can't have a drink? Or unless we're acting out, but I don't think that's the case. We seem chill. Okay, bring on the appetizer. Okay, or it's just like, it's an amicable back and forth. Objections to stay. Very funny. Okay, we seem to have a good relationship with the barmaid. Let me drink my Negroni in peace. Pretty good drink. You don't call it a cocktail if it's not a fancy one, right? Or do you still? It's a drink, I guess. It's a beverage. Like, it's a mix, obviously, but I like it. It's strong, but it's tasty. Objection overruled. Keyword unlocked. Okay. That is not a Negroni. Okay. It's a beer. Have we been trolled or are we trolling? Lager. Unfiltered. What? Okay, this is... You're right. Please strike that from the record. Why did we think we were drinking something that we weren't drinking? Are we actually, like, off the handle? Let's enter our thought bubble. How did I get into this state? Do I really want to go on like this, drinking like a loser, which I am, by the way? Maybe this time I got a grip on myself. Okay, so this is like we're disassociating post-work. I think that's the vibe. I will say so far, all my any possible like back of the mind thoughts, I think it's not got any like I'm not gonna even say the C word. It starts with CR and ends with inge because the word itself is like a toxin on the soul. Although I like my thinking, but you just don't say it. But I think it's like I'm very impressed with the tone and the text as well. Obviously, it's probably I have to assume I do have a question. Is it a translation thing? Like, was the original script in Italian and then the developers / translation team? Because I assume they could speak English. Italians probably speak English. Did they, like, translate it themselves? Did they bring something else over? Or was it, like, an in parallel construction such that you maintain parity of, like, sensitivity of topic? I have to, I'm curious. Sheesh. Fordering. Okay, so we have a problem, potentially. More than potentially. 4 drinks down, post-work, 28, living with the family. They could, no, but because we live at home, like, with the family, we probably can't, like, have our own space, right? We must be cramped. So this is, like, you're eking out what little freedom you have. It's actually, like, you know, I'm getting a picture of the person. I get it. Speaking of first times, all the months come into the blue rose and never seen you wearing sandals before. The barmaid should have a name. I feel like we should know this character. But I guess it would be more confusing to me, the human behind the reading of the story, to be, like, for a barmaid to have a name, like, that's not the, like, you know, job relationally. Otherwise it would feel like we're talking to a friend, which we may be, but, like, not in a professional capacity. Okay, is there anything in here, or is it just gonna be the one? Yeah, okay. Also, click to skip to the end of the text line. True reader. I already knew you were a distinguished philosopher. And it's only March, by the way, which I don't know what that means. Is it like a weather? Let me think. Northern Hemisphere March. Because March here would be like, the heat is slightly tapering off. Which means it's still, like, kind of cold, I have to imagine. I don't know, the temperate climate of Italy. It's Mediterranean? Is it still I'm trying to figure out where the water's pipeline connects to. Now I find out you're also a detective. Your powers of observation always is key. We seem to have a good grasp on language. We're a lawyer, I think. That sort of comes with the territory. Maybe I should take that away. So we're being kindly cut off, I think, is the situation here, which is the right thing to do. I'm tempted to click leave it I'm drinking here to see what happens. It depends on if are we playing this as the character or as me. Because the character, I think Nico is sort of on 2 minds. She seems to be, you know, I think she would leave it and say I'm drinking here. So let's click the dangerous option and continue drinking. Okay, story shift. We have picked the alcoholic route. Leave it, I'm drinking here. Is this one of those? Well, it is Friday moments. Okay, so this is like the pre-danger cutoff moment, it seems. This is like, okay, but no more after this situation. You're right, it's party time. Everything ends today. The winter. Well, it's March, so I guess that's true. Well, that's a remarkable turnaround. And it isn't even time to go home yet. What's at home, bro? At least not until you play that song. Okay, are the thoughts gonna happen? The closing time song. So you noticed. What? That you always play that depressing song about Milan when it's getting close. What is Milan? It's a city, right? I should get a grasp on it. It's the second most populous Italian metropolis. It has all the fancy art, which is Europe and I guess also Asia, to be clear. Like everywhere but Australia, apart from indigenous works of art, which is like its own subcategory. But I guess I'm not really part of either, so I guess I'm sort of preaching to nobody here. They have because it's like such a, because I'm I don't know what am I trying to say. I'm in Australia, which is a English-speaking Western country, and such history genuinely generally skews towards sort of European influences as well, because of you track the influence, right? British, Europe, so on, and then naturally you end up sort of being generally aware of, like, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci. That those, I mean, not that those are obviously two of the most famous, like, artists slash scientists slash, I don't know. Da Vinci is everything really in the world, so I guess it's not really a fair comparison. But you get the idea. The picture is painted of Europe being basically steeped in history, which is very true. What the, like, English always say to the Americans, like, or they at least used to say, sort of in a stereotypical sense, is like, my neighborhood pub is older than your country type situation, which obviously is also not true for Australia. Because I guess my distinction is trying to say that, like, while there is, like, its own cultural history and art and stuff for the indigenous Australian, like, history, it's manifest in a very different way, because it didn't reach the same sort of, like, they weren't building chapels. I think that's just, like, what I'm trying to say. It's a different sort of history. I'm trying to be careful, okay? Because I am Australian. I was making, what do you call it? I made a mental joke about. I'm trying to think. Oh, I forgot the joke now. Okay. Yeah, everybody's noticed that. Okay. I don't feel. You reckon nothing's going on? Then I don't know. That trumpet riff kicks in and grabs you by the throat. Okay. Ahem. Actually, that's a saxophone riff. I wonder if it's put in text form due to the how we communicate these days. Anyway, confusing a saxophone with a trumpet's crazy. It's a poetic way to kick your ass. Do you even care that some of those verses are real gut punch? Nico, chill, man. What's the gut punch? Do we have, like, a... What's the deal here? It just gets to me as if this city was a part of me. Is it? I guess it may be. I don't know. Maybe it's like a product of being sort of... Like, I don't have a very strong connection to a place. Kind of. Like, maybe, like, very personal, like, houses-wise, sure. But, like, Sydney, Australia, I like it. I like it great. And I think I would defend it against, like, not in, like, a military sense. I mean, like, in a social discussion sense, outside cities. Apart from, like, some of the best American... I'm not going to be, like, New York City or, what's the other, like, Chicago. I'm trying to think of popular American cities. Maybe even Seattle. I don't think Seattle gets it over Sydney. You could fuck off with that, but I'll let some of the American cities take it. But, like, I don't hear that much. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked, but I think that's kind of the point. I wanted to play a game with some reading and some yapping a little bit. Get me. I'm not even Milanese. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say that's what I mean. No one's. I don't know how many people would really. I guess because you're in the place, maybe that's probably fine. I mean, we talk about Melbourneites. We talk about, I don't know what's the word for people who are, like, Sydney. What is this, Sydney siders? I've never really. Is that the... Yeah, I've heard it, but I don't think anyone uses that unless you're, like, 60 years old. I can't imagine anybody cares. Nobody here is Milanese. Are we in Milan? Not even you. How long have you lived in Milan? Yeah, like, is it like a... Does it matter? You arrive thinking you just saved for 1 year, which quickly turns to 2, and 5, then 10, then 12. Is it, like, a good thing, or are you stuck there? I can't imagine you're stuck in Europe. You can fucking go anywhere, can't you? Working wise, and then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you've lived here longer than you ever lived in your hometown. Well, then it's, I guess, I was gonna say it is your hometown, but sure, everything's fast and then not. What kind of city is Milan, bro? The description here is, like, very cryptic. I'm learning too much about Italy. Weirdly reassuring in a way. The city knocks you down before dragging you back up on your feet again. It makes you feel like crap, and then it makes you feel great. I think that may be your lifestyle. I don't think that's a city. You reckon? I don't think the Italians are saying you reckon, but whatever. Believe me, this year Bartel, so this sentence is so, like, the written, funnily written is the way I would say it. Soaked up an ocean's worth of spilt beer and salty tears. I think that's selling it a bit high. Your Honor, I called the blue rose barmaid to the dock. We seem to have like a lawyer bit going. Not that we are, for as long as you're still practicing lawyering. What the fuck are you trying to say, huh? We're gonna get our fucking the board's not the board, the bar. We're gonna get our shit revoked. Even if it's all going to hell in a handbasket right now, I don't know if I'd ever be able to do any other job. Are you sure about that? Remember, Milan can be weird. So what the fuck is happening in Milan, bro? Any Italians in the comments? Are you gonna explain? I thought this game was gonna be like touching story situations. Instead, turns out Milan is the fucking center stone in this entire game. Not that I'm complaining. I mean, like, I'm here. In fact, I would prefer it that way. I mean, that's part of what makes visual novels like Japanese media so compelling. Is first of all being a weeb. I'm not an Italian weeb, although I think a lot of Americans are. So I think they'll love this. There's a bunch like the people who are like my great grandfather is half Italian. I love. I hate that what Americans have done to pizza. Which, by the way, Italians, you're lucky that people give you the respect on pizza, despite the fact that America's done the hard lifting of actually making it, like, developing the industry of pizza. I think, like, not enough people are disrespecting your pizza and pumping up America, because America's sort of, and in a way that I would like to continue as an Australian, using America as a punching bag, but, like, when it comes to food, they get disrespected a little bit too much, especially when it comes to pizza. Like, they got a lot of good pizza going on. And honestly, if we're talking, I like myself a good, hand spun dough. You chuck it in, it looks a little bit, uneven, and but the flavor and the home is there, and it's like 5 ingredients at most, and it's got heart, it's got soul. Those are good, but you just want some fucking big ass slop pizza in your mouth. You go to the Americans for that. Anyway. Maybe so, but I'm pretty sure. Well, Milan City, where your rubber dreams of becoming the next big thing in luxury car design before escaping to live in a Basilicata to cultivate a unique variety of crunchy peppers. What the fuck is that anecdote? This seems like your story. Or like someone that's too specific, bro. The only way to be able to stop becoming a lawyer would be because they'd become a magistrate. Yeah, that's like the lowest level of judge, so, I mean, that's probably true. If you say so. Heed the words of the song, though. Remember the chorus? Milan gives and changes you, Milan takes and changes you. But apparently it does changes you. I want this, probably originally Italian lyrics. You should let people switch language at will, because I'm sure you have both scripts in parallel stored on site. If you could have it, like, you press, like, a button to toggle it, I would read the Italian for this part at least. What about you, Nico? Is Milan giving to you or taking from you? I mean, listen, it seems to just be changing you. Rather, it's kind of a give and take. Listen, if we're gonna be, I think we're like 4 drinks down. We seem to be down on ourselves a bit. Let's talk about it. It's taking from me. Let's be honest. It's taken a lot, a whole bunch of stuff. My affectations. Now, I use that word in sentences. I'm not going to pretend like I know what it means, absent a lot of context. Let's research. Yeah, I was going to say, I have to issue, it was like manner of speech, like, put on the manners of speech. I don't know which, I guess it's taken away my affectations. We speak in a different accent now or something? The masks I used to put on every day. It's made me more real. Okay, I thought it was going to be negative, but no, okay, Nico is feeling positive. The happy drunk, not the depressed drunk, maybe. It's made me more sure of myself and more punctual. Really? Another stereotype, is it Italians or the Spanish that are always late? I forget. Don't Italians also have like the like evening coffee and then they go to bed after the espresso dessert? Punctual, it won't stand for tardiness. I don't believe that. Let's just say that before I moved here, I had my own personal relationship with the concept of time. This is like a deep-seated European issue or something. I'm not familiar. You think you're the only one? And by you, I mean everybody from Rome down. Yeah. I didn't know that we were going to go this deep into, like, Rome-Milan beef. You know? It's like when you're reading, like, what do you call it? Like Magikoi, for instance, and then they'll just go... It'll be like a 10-minute long, like, samurai fight scene steeped in like historical references, and you're just like, one day I'll come back to this in like 10 years after I've done my required reading, and I'll be like, oh, I guess I get there's some steeping going on. It's like drinking tea, but your tongue is blind to the flavor of the like leaves. You're like, sure wish I could taste it, but you're still smelling it. You're like, it's good, it's good. That's kind of some historical references are like that, I have to say. It seems like anything can happen here at any hour of the day and night. They're describing it like I hear people describe New York. Is it Milan is like the New York of Italy? Even a quarter of an hour could turn out to be enough time to meet up with someone. Yeah, I mean, that's just like factual. I know, right? I've learned that lesson well. So a few years ago, I used to meet up with a guy to go to the gym. Is there anybody else working here? Hello? Barmaid, like, listen, I get that we're probably friends. Also, at this point, you should have a name. But no one else wants service? Everybody else is sipping on beverage? Or just like, I guess you're the barmaid, you're not the bartender. So you're just going out to the tables and giving people the food. Maybe because it's so late. No, the kitchen's probably closed. You know what? Kitchen's probably closed. And the only thing like remaining is like, you're gonna have to clean up at the end anyway. You may as well spend half an hour chatting with your friends, whatever. Who cares? I mean, it's probably laissez-faire, which is not Italian, it's French. Then after the gym, he'd drive to the little car park and practice. I know by little, playing his trumpet. In the car park? I guess maybe some more dense living. You used to say it was the only time during the day you could grab those 15 minutes. I don't know what the fuck practice you're getting in 15 minutes. It takes you a minute to get your trumpet out of the case. I played trumpet, okay? It takes you some time. You have to, unless you're memorizing the sheet music, which isn't that, probably not that hard. Like, I don't know, I guess you could probably play five pieces or a piece 5 times. Or like a short piece, 1 minute piece 15 times. I guess it's fine. Seems like a lot of work for 15 minutes of practice, but maybe it's all you got. Fuck it. 6 o'clock in the morning. Even assuming like, so what? You're playing your trumpet at latest like what? 8? You're probably not going for the gym for more than 2 hours, if that. So you had a gym buddy. Sure did. He fucking died. Why are we talking past tense? You sound jealous. Are you flirting with me? Maybe a bit. Okay, I see. And you're enjoying it, right? Okay, I see how it is. I'm right, aren't I? Maybe. Okay, Nico jealous. We got some history. Maybe, I don't know. And find out which one suits you best. We're getting into some sexuality. I mean, like the your sexuality, not the concept of sexuality. Or whatever I guess maybe does the noun like conjugate differently if you're using it, or is it just like a commonality thing? So what now? What person do you want to be? The person who wants to take you home and kiss you. Hey, 4 drinks down. This is who. What do you say? Moment completed. Okay, good ending. I do want to play through all the endings, but I've been yapping for so much. Okay. It said 5 minutes, but because maybe I should go faster. But you know what? Let's go through the character's entire arc. 5 moments available. Okay, so not all of the combinations are available yet. That's why. So it's actually not going to be that much longer because not like all of these are available. Yeah, you don't have your slippers or boots ready. We already did the sandals, so I guess we'll do the loafers, but the dog won't let go of the bone. Man. Nico running the metro talks to her mom. Her mom? Her mom? M-O-M seems to be pronounced differently in my mind's eye, because it's an Americanization. They translated it to American English, because it's the American people who claim to be Italian that are reading this. I feel like you could have, for formatting wise, the thoughts thing is like the overlap here seems unnecessary. You could just shift the entire thing to the left, and like there's a lot of empty space here to make it fit properly. Here in Milan, they call it the metro. That's what all the noise is. And we're on the phone to our mother. Metro, so you're on the subway. Metro. I'm on the metro. I can't hear you. We're cutting out. Shh. For now, anyway, there's the general strike planned for later today. Hey, those Europeans and their collective action. We're familiar with that. It wasn't too long ago. We had strikes for public transport. They be beefing a lot. I mean, that's the job, right? That's what the unions be doing. What on earth are you doing on the subway? Okay, what's the problem now? My new bicycle isn't an option, not since that old fool nearly ran me over bending my front wheel. Okay, and maybe we haven't told her mother. We live at home. She would know. Honestly, if I didn't call you, I swear you'd forget I even existed. Do we not live together? I was under the impression we did, or maybe I've got the wrong character. I've been trying to catch you all day, but Mom, it's only 8:15 in the morning. You're just exaggerating as usual. Whether I'm exaggerating or not, you don't tell me anything anymore. Fuck it, we'll do the Italian accent a little bit. I'm doing the New York Italian accent. I can't do a real Italian accent, but this is in English, American-wise. Not since you left home. Okay, are we? I thought we lived at home, man. Can I? No, I don't want to leave this moment. I'll check later. Maybe I've got the wrong character. Okay, we've left home. It's been 8 months. We're still looking. But then yesterday we went up to Milan to look for a place, and yet it's been, what, 8 months? See, you're exaggerating. 4 months. It was May when I went to see all those apartments. Didn't we just go to the seaside together like 3 weeks ago? Get off my ass. And in case you've forgotten, you've always been like this. Anyway, if you insist on an update. With the bicycle, if we review the bicycle, we're gonna have to tell her that shit's broken because we don't live in. So she'll be like, why don't you take the bike? So we'll have to, let's be, give a different direction, not get ourselves in trouble. Be smart. I'm on my way to the osteopath, although this could lead to a discussion about my health, which is its own problem. The one Aunt Rosario told us about? I knew it. I just knew it. You've got fuck. We've nothing but trouble, huh? Stick with the devil you know. Not backache again, haven't you? I knew it. It's those shoes, those trainers with the worn out soles. You'd be better walking around barefoot. For your information, I'm not wearing trainers. Punctuation missing. Actually, do you really want to know what I'm wearing? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Loafers. That's right, because the shoes are important to the game. Sorry, my cynicism slipped through. Let's go back to engaging authentically. That's right, the ones you gave me. So do you see why I never tell you? This is why we never talk, Ma. It's because you're always on my ass about something. That's what I just said. You jumped down my throat. Well, to be fair, what the hell? I never had Gem reach in your throat. Precisely. The only thing top. Okay, it's a height thing. Because we're tall, we have a complex about our height. Maybe. I don't know. The wording was not fully transparent on that. You aren't tall enough. Well, really? Yes, really. Did you ever consider that my back problem might not be a result of my choice of footwear? Being tall can cause problems. So people say. So people fucking say. Being nearly 6.5 feet tall. What do you... Okay, to be fair, for women it's a little different. I'll extend you, like... You got... Being too tall for a woman can cause you to have complexes and stuff. As if I'm like an authoritative source. I'm just saying what people have said. Like, it's a... Like... You have the license to complain. If a guy was 6.5 feet and was like, I've got problems because of my height, I would tell him to shut the fuck up, for sure. For sure. But if you just wear sensible shoes, then I'm not getting the money for the sensible shoes. You know, Mom, some tall people can continue suffering from back problems, even if they wear orthopedic shoes every day. But you're not wearing the orthopedic shoes. Nicoletta. That's her full title, full name dropped. Can you at least reassure me that you're putting in your dental bite every night? Oh shit, I forgot the dental bite. Oh shit, oh fuck. Okay, do we take a deep breath and go, yes, let's calm it down? Is this like what's the correct answer? I would like to know at least. Or do we decide the correct answer? It's like we're writing history as we speak. We're in a beefing mode, so let's go, no, I'm not going to reassure you. Just like I'm not going to tell you if I'm coming home. Oh, I'm sorry, Mom, but if I didn't reply to your message this morning, it's because I'm still thinking about it. What do you mean you're still thinking about it? As if coming home for Christmas is something people need to think about. Yes, Mom, it's something people need to think about. Come on, Nicola, don't be ridiculous. I hope it's not a question of money. You know I'd be happy to get you the ticket. Bro said you can't afford the ticket home, bro. That shit's probably like €5. At most. Why don't you come on the 17th of December? That way we can celebrate your godfather's birthday, then you can stay until the 10th of January. Yeah, man, whole month. We ain't got shit to do. Mom. Maybe I can visit, but I can't promise I'll be able to stay that long. The middle ground. Let's be honest. But that's a long time, and I'll still be on my trial period at work. That's what I'm fucking saying. We got shit to do. Okay, Nicola, we'll talk about it closer to the time, but do think about it, please. It would do you good to get out of Milan for a while, sweetheart. The city that changes you, as I hear. I just moved here. It hasn't even been 3 weeks. Okay, so that's what we're experiencing our own independence. Is that the deal? Let me give this city a chance. I wonder what the chronological situation is between this moment and the previous moment. I'm not sure. Your father and I used to live up there in the north, remember? All the smog and the strikes. I know how it works. Okay. Well, I'm sure you'll have changed your mind by the time Christmas rolls around. Is it supposed to be showing up like this with 0? Trust me. What makes you so sure? Oh yeah, we changed our mind by the time Christmas is around. That's what a mother always knows what her daughter really wants. Oh, not true. And her daughter certainly knows exactly what her mother wants. Probably true. And knowing my mother, wouldn't be all surprised. She'd already bought the ticket. Owned? Mom? Owned? You already bought me the ticket, didn't you? Didn't you? Right, we're pissed apparently about this. There was a discount. Mom, would you just listen to yourself? You always have to try and control everything. I thought I made myself pretty clear towards bias to buy tickets in advance. This is true though. You don't want to buy the surge pricing, like, expensive ass tickets when you have to go next week. And then they're like, oh, price of the ticket just went up. You don't want to do that. And anyway, if it turns out you can't make it, no, I'm done. What do you mean, no, I'm done? I think you should ask for a refund. I'm not coming back. You can fucking refund it later, man. Listen, we were emotional, so we went on a bit of a rant here. Please, Nico, talk to me. Ciao. It should say goodbye. We're translating it. No, I'm just messing with you. Okay, so we got some problems. What's your deal? What have we known? Okay. Father's favorite drink. What else have we got? Anything? We didn't get anything from that one. I think it's because we were combative. Let's move characters for now, just so I think we can... Because you only have one. You have the slippers. Okay. Lara, what's your deal? Okay, I don't think it need... Okay, I was gonna say, if you're doing it for all the letters, chill on me, but... Algorithm. A relatively successful book talker. Oh, fuck. This is you've made it modern. It's some book I know about book talk, okay? I don't browse short form media, but I know about book talk, unfortunately. I'm gonna try and not let my disdain for book talk seep through in my reading here. Or maybe I will, just let it seep through. Age 30, okay, 38. There's a chance that you're a good one of, like, recommending real literature, or it could just be... Right-clicking makes that noise, huh? What is the pleasures of a good book? Okay, 38-year-old book talk lady. Sense of community? Oh no. When tweeting indignantly about the last episode of Supernatural. We're still tweeting? I guess a decade ago, right? When the fuck was Supernatural? Wasn't that Tumblr? Super Hulock? Those curse words that haven't been uttered in years? The healing power of laughter, and she's the only one to own a house. Okay, so she drives a hard bargain. She's a business-minded woman. She's got her own house. I mean, she is 38, but, like, is this like full ownership? Because that's fucking crazy in this economy, in any economy, but specifically this one. Specifically. Okay. This is either going to be really annoying or my biases will be revealed. Macarons. I assume we're not wearing them on our shoes. What are slippers? Okay. The first edit. Okay, Scruples, the web magazine. We're graduating from book talk to web magazine, unless we already had qualifications. I'm not sure. Excuse me, do you have a line? I'm dying for a cigarette, but I left my lighter around. Is this also an Italian job? Not the movie? I think that's a different thing. No, I don't smoke. Sorry. Never mind. You're the book woman, aren't you? Hi, I'm Anna from @AnnaAlamoda Fashion. Okay, we have a thought, but it's not letting it. Activate fangirl mode. We're a book talker. This is the only honest. Oh my god, Chow. Yeah, that's me. I adore your reaction to the Fashion Week trends. How kind. Thanks. Just thinking about your comment on the breast just makes me best at laughing, even at the most awkward moments. So true. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. That was actually my most popular TikTok. Engagement was off the scales. Yeah, you made 10 cents from it. Thanks to monetization on TikTok platform. Sorry if I'm not coming across very professional, but I had no idea you'd be here. Otherwise, I'd have been able to prepare myself. It's seeping through. I have to keep it in me. I must be normal. Let's be okay. We're gonna be chill. She's 38. She owns her own fucking house. She's mugging me. Don't be ridiculous. Welcome to Team Scruples. Okay. Can I see the thoughts yet? We apparently have one. I already have an idea for a collab if you're down for it. It's promoting a recommended reading community. If we get our skates on, we should have the content ready to upload by early December. 4 weeks would be more than enough time. What do you think of a fit check series with outfits inspired by book covers and you could review the books? So is this like the TikTok is the fit checks for the characters, for the book covers rather. It's like a theming thing maybe, and then the magazine has the actual reviews, but written media is dead, bro. I write on Substack. It's been a while since I released my last article because I was like, you know what, we shouldn't force myself. I should only do it when I have the time and the actual vision for an idea. And what do you know it? When you stop forcing yourself to do an article a month and you give yourself some luxury and time to, think about it, articles mysteriously not getting very written. So, anyway. The only written media that's succeeding is Twitter algorithm blue check bait. Anyway, listen. No disrespect, because no one's gonna read the reviews. What's the point? I'm not sure. Book covers don't always have much to do with the actual story. It might risk coming across as superficial. That too, but I mean, it's TikTok. It's all superficial. Most of it. I'll give. Some is good. I'll let you have some good. I like it. The cover is kind of like clothes for a book. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're dealing with. Yeah, that's what I'm fucking saying. Outfits inspired by my favorite characters, but then again, isn't that also basically just cosplay? Which I mean, is great, but I'm not sure that's what you're doing. Ciao, I'm Noemi, not to be confused with Naomi. Nomi. Would you like a macaron? We got matcha, or is it matcha? Matcha I guess it's matcha, right? Strawberry, gingerbread, and fruits of the forest flavors. What the fuck is fruits of the forest? Like elderberry, honeydew. Yum! You gotta try them. That we finally have access to our thoughts. Okay, what are your thoughts? Here we go again. That's it. Do we have a problem with macarons? I'll try one. I guess the colors are super cute and they're good. Why? Thank you. Okay, not too sweet. Sweet. Wait a minute. You want at sweet nothing underscore cakes? Oh god, it's a fucking influencer meetup. Got me. Actually, I'm a big fan of both of you. Don't be shy. Take as many as you want. I'll pass, babe. But I don't think Lara would need telling twice. Is it like a fat shaming thing? Is that what we got going on? Are we trying to watch our weight and then this is like a sly comment? Is that what's going on? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna fucking stand up for ourselves. What the fuck do you mean by that? No. What do you mean I won't need telling twice, huh? Relax. Keep it. Okay. Yep. I see how it is. Keeping in shape is a big challenge for us. Bigger for some than for others. I wonder what fucking you could be referring to, huh? You should be a bit more careful, though, especially in our line of work. You should be a bit more careful. I thought we were, nice to each other in this industry. You know what? I don't even believe that. Yeah, who do we want to beef with? This is the question. Big challenge for all of us, bigger for some. So, do we want to beef with, like, you saying I got a problem, or you saying people are saying things? You know what? Line of work. What do you mean by that? People on TikTok are looking for authenticity and people they can relate to, or could be more authentic. They're being less than perfect. Not the best, I think, response. You could have coached that one. Let it cook in the brain a bit more, but maybe. Never a truer word spoken. Well said. Sore Ari from she's that girl from what's it? What I gotta do? People don't like that anime for some reason. I'm not sure. I liked it a fair amount. It's been a while though. I'm sure a lot of those teen romance drama that I love, like basically I watched a lot of them. Probably if I watched them now, it wouldn't age so well. But I think they're still good. You just have to relax your muscles a bit more than you used to. You know what I mean? It's like when you get older. When you're young, you can fucking, as if I'm young. Let's be clear, but I'm just sort of describing what it would be like. Like you can sort of get away with lifting things in fucked up ways, doing being lazy about certain stuff, and then you get older and it's like you gotta go through the steps to do it properly. I think it's like that. It's like if you're 15 and you're watching like Toradora, for instance, right? You're like, Tiger is my wife, and you can do that at any age, but you need to get in the mindset when you're like, I don't know what the cutoff is. I guess it depends on how much resistance you have, which is abstractly correlated with age, but not absolutely true, right? You could be open-minded in that sense at any age and never fall victim to not embracing it, right? But if I have to imagine if you're like 30 and you watch Toradora for the first time and you weren't really ever that much into it, if you didn't like mentally loosen yourself and you weren't like let's immerse a little bit, you'll probably be like, what the fuck is this? You know, even if you were an anime enjoyer, like, and that's not the show's fault. That's your fault, in my opinion. The show you can criticize whatever writing, characters, etc., but you have to like walk a mile in the character's shoes a little bit, or the story's like shoes. You get what I mean? Anyway, I've went on a random ass tangent. If only that were true, but the reality we're always on show on social media. We always have to look our best, and I'm just saying, maybe you should read a little less and work out a little. Do we know each other? It seems like we were. Is this how it is? Why? Is this what being catty means? I understand. Reproach her, laugh it off, or get offended. Okay, well, get offended is not going to end well for any of us. Laugh it off is going to end badly for us. Everybody else will move on, and we're going to go home and be resentful, and self-hatred will fester. Reproach. Let's do a bit of reproachment. Sometimes working out isn't enough to lose weight. Okay, I didn't think we were going that direction. We were going the like, actually, I've got a problem that's outside of exercise, which is not a lot of people use that as stolen valor. So I want to, I get regular physical exercise, but because of the way my body works, I never get slim. Plausible. Maybe you should try going to the gym. Yeah, I've been to the fucking gym. I have to assume, not me. I mean, I also like have been around gyms. I've never regularly gone to a gym. It's about time though. Maybe you should believe what people tell you instead of judging them. So true. Sometimes. Maybe you should all take a breather and calm down. Yeah, and try my macaron. Well, there can be health issues, can't there? We get it. We're really fucking digging into this now. Okay, I see it. I see Anna. I see. Can we get back to the task? No. You're the one who started it, right? Yeah, you started it. Noemi is trying to like diffuse it, but isn't being that sensitive. Anna is straight up just like, you're fat, but beating around the bush a bit. Turn the question back on her. Correct her or we're not gonna laugh it off. I refuse to laugh. If this was me, I would not laugh it off. But then again, we wouldn't. I would laugh it off, in a sense. But like, I would. The tone is different between guys. I feel like it's just sort of like, it would be more lighthearted. Or it would be serious. I don't think there wouldn't be any undercutting or like deviousness. I feel like it would just be like, you look like you've been eating a lot of those. Like if we went out, my throat is hurting. Man. It's been a while since I talked this much. I need to get some water. But if we went out, we got some donuts. I'm like, give me one. And he's like, look like you've been eating already, brother. It's been, what's going on? Something like this. I'll be like, yeah, you look like you haven't been eating enough, man. What, you eating plain rice all day? Something like this. I'm just coming it up on the spot. It would obviously be more natural. But you get what I mean. What does that have to do with anything? We are hitting you with whataboutism in an attempt to deflect. Fam, let's change the subject, shall we? No, I don't even think that the 38-year-old bloggers talk like this. No one says fam anymore. Even people who used to say fam don't say fam. So what do you think about the collab? I already pitched the idea to the editor-in-chief and she was keen. What do you think? Do we refuse? Which one of these? I think whatever option we pick we can sort of spin it in both good and bad ways. Yeah, whatever. We'll take it. What do I care? It's a job. We don't have to interact with Anna anymore than we need to. We're just working in the same place. We'll find problems. Okay. What's your deal? What more have we learned? Imperfection and scopophobia. I don't know what that one means. Key to social media, success is authenticity and imperfection. And every time she eats something in public, she feels like she's under observation. That's fair. It's a cruel world we live in. Anyway. I could, depending how fast we do this, I could go through all of the... Okay, Beltway. Vale, let's see what your deal is. Gamer! The gamer! Guys, a real gamer has been spotted. What is this? a inverted controller setup, man. Top right and bottom left joystick. The mirrored controller. That is crazy. Fix it, man. Fix it. Or maybe it's like a, alternate reality situation. Home sweet home. They recently moved into an apartment with Danny, their better half. Okay, I will remember. I gotta keep the undertone is in my brain now. They're introverted and struggle to make themselves heard. They spend a sixth of their day stuck in traffic on the Beltway. Oh shit, long commute or a short commute but long traffic. They dream of becoming a professional speedrunner and setting new world records. So true. 3/4 of their 30 years. Why'd you make me do the math on this one? Gaming since 7.5. Sure. Okay. XP. Is this gonna be... Listen. Is this gonna be also cringe in like the other in the game cringe sense? Or are they gonna be real gamers? We gotta see. But they're wearing boots, which is not very gamer. Veil stuck in traffic is too much time to think. But what are we doing? Are we gaming? What's the deal here? Are you ready, boots? Start walking. Okay, it's a radio. These boots are made for walking and that's just what they'll do. Wednesday, September 24th, it's 7:30 p.m. and that was the wonderful Nancy Sinatra, my bad y'all, with these boots are made for walking. Traffic news, partly due to today's general strike in the Milan area, there are slowdowns to the A52 North Beltway towards Colonial Monzese. Nice euphemism, slowdowns. I haven't moved an inch for 15 minutes. In other news, scooter sharing company MotorHello has just announced the closure of its Milan branch. At least 70 workers will be laid off. Reasons for the closure have not yet been made public. MotorHello, luckily we're talking to the radio. Are we going insane? Lucky we built their app months ago, otherwise we'd never have got paid. Oh man, we had to do so much overtime to get it all up and running before the deadline. I remember the crunch got so bad, we made a big cursory on our final bug hunt. Yes. The gamer developer. Okay. Rip those who lost their jobs. Okay. What the fuck do you mean? Is it really... Are we insane? What is this? Who is talking? Is it really a different story? Is this like their alternate ego? Is this like a multiple... What's it called? MPD? Or is it like talking to yourself situation, but not that? I guess I don't know what the difference is. Anyway, we'll figure it out. What if they're being laid off because of a programming error in my app? Listen, that ain't my fault, bro. No, that's impossible. Or is it? We didn't have time to do a thorough bug. Okay, or is it? Or it's like a OCD / that type of thing. I don't know. It can't be. I'm imagining things. Okay, why would I be panicking if it wasn't my fault? Okay, this seems like... I mean, this seems like something, for sure. Dear Lord, no. It is my fault all those people turfed out onto the street. You're making it sound worse than it is. I'm a terrible person. Let's distract ourselves. Not by drinking. Okay, I thought that was just a sound effect. I thought we were gonna drink while driving because we have some different kind of issues. Try mindfulness. Maybe not like maybe not start meditating during the traffic. Sing a song. Podcast. Episode 3. What could have picked anything but The Darkest Hour? Stolen Nazi gold. Oh shit, I said the word. YouTube is gonna deboost my shit, isn't it? Or maybe, you know what? I was gonna say, maybe in the current climate, etc., you finish the joke. You know, as soon as I said the joke in my brain, I was like, it's too obvious. Forget it. Okay. Yeah. This is The Darkest Hour. How can I see how our dozens of family are destitute and it's all my fault? Chill. You did not cause a bug that destroyed dozens of families of lives. It probably was. It probably was not. You're fine. Don't worry about it. So that again from the beginning. Okay. Yeah. Destitution's pushing them into the black market. Okay, well fine. Everything is the problem. You can't fix it, you can't distract yourself. No matter what you do, you're gonna look for ways to make it, you know, I get it. I'm not responsible for their choices, but you are. Is it really a choice? It's my fault. Then 1961, 10th victim. Hey, car, start again from the beginning. So I have to assume that what's happening here is like we're like disassociating and then ignoring like half of what the podcast is saying because we're talking to ourselves in our mind, and then I have to assume that's what's going on. Actually, leave it. Stop playback. Fuck. Well, distraction fail. What does seek reassurance mean? Let's click it and find out. Call your boyfriend. I don't. Colleague is work related, so let's not go there right now. Your sister. Sister could help, maybe. I don't know what the relationship is, but the option being here, maybe this is like, you know, maybe we want to maybe present a. If it's not serious, let's nip it at the bud situation. She's taking her time picking it up. Come on, answer. Answer? She's probably busy. Or she's had enough of me. I'm a terrible brother. Okay. I guess, do we have to pick counter? Is this like a one route, you know, no options? Let's call Danny. Hey, sweet pea, just a moment. Tiziano screwed the invoices again, so it's up to me to sort it. Shit. That's too bad. Everything alright? I'm falling. Okay, maybe maybe that's the relationship you guys have. I guess it's fair. I applaud you at least for being like upfront. But it's on the nose. I'll say that. But it's honestly not unrealistic. Tiziana, give me 5 minutes. Tell me all. Okay, so this is like an established like loop. I kind of thinking I made a mistake by programming it. Double M, bro. System to crash. Bosses are blaming the workers who are going to be driven. Well, that's some horseshit. Are you sure? Of course. They would have noticed the mistake. It's capitalism that sucks, sweet pea, not you. A little bit of a simplification, but you know what? If it helps you sleep at night, I guess. That's fair. Also, probably, you know, plausibly true, depending on the crunch. Super sure. Feeling better? Yeah, thanks. Right, gotta go. They should have included babysitting the boss's son in the work description. Well, listen, you could get an easy promotion, you know? You're stronger than your intrusive thoughts. See you at home. Ciao. Yeah, complete horseshit. Sure about that? Oh, come on. I'm not gonna call a colleague, okay? We're gonna counter. The app worked perfect. A lot of bugs don't show up. Okay, is it gonna be... This would be good. It'll be cool, at least. If we click everything, and then it's like... No, it doesn't solve it. And then it ends, and you're like... left with yourself, basically. You'd still be an accomplice? Legally, but morally, no. Okay. Can we... Is it like a multiple counters? Let's call a colleague. Are you busy? Busy chilling. Motor help. You know what? I actually should get some water. What the... My pause button is dependent on numlock. I didn't realize that. Anyway, we're back. Okay. Motor help. So true. Any bugs? Shift scheduling algorithm. Do you ever knock off? Go in peace, brother. So true. You don't remember anything then? Maybe, maybe not. You need to find a hobby? Okay. It isn't good for you? Dinner's getting cold. Enjoy your dinner. Chow and calm down. Maybe it was my fault. Okay. Singing a song is not going to turn out very well. Hey, play Mirror Mirror by Hippie. Is this a real band? Or is this like a bit? Well, yeah, we played the song about escaping work. I wonder, huh? Asking, where the hell do I belong? What is all this even for? Depressing ass song. Wait, how are we... is this like... cheerleader and quarterback? This is like American high school coded, but we're escaping a 9 to 5. Or are we like time traveling? What's the bit? Or are we just like we're like talking through our the story. The song is talking through your life's moments in which you didn't belong. Something like this. What is all this even for? Reading Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, back in the youth. I was happy when I was stupid or something. I should go easier on myself, but do I really have the courage to look at myself in the mirror? Let's try some mindfulness. Let's meditate. Welcome to Mindscapes, y'all. Let's close our eyes. Yeah, we can't. I was gonna say it's not gonna work very well during driving, but whatever. The breathing is fine. Relax your jaw. Oh, of course. See, as soon as I started meditating, it happened that way. But the app worked perfectly. It could have been one of my colleagues. It's okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only way I think that could have been good, and it was good. I made it sound like I was gonna like criticize it, but no, it was quite something. Nothing works. I think that's fair. Murder. Oh yeah, right. That's the whole deal. True crime. Oh no, never mind. Meticulous. Who meticulous? Oh yeah, that's a speedrunner. They know they should try go easier on themselves. Okay. Okay. We got... Alex is the one we haven't done yet, right? We did one with you. We did two with you. We did one with you, and so you're the last one. What's your deal? Bola huevo. Eggs? Dos huevos. 2 eggs. He's living proof of the theory that padel was invented for failed tennis players. I don't get it. The fact that his partner has Eritrean origins helps to quell his subconscious colonial guilt. Oh no, is it gonna be one of those? Part of my, I guess, Italian, part of my French. Like, I remember seeing this, like a long time ago, not that long, years ago now, the clip of like white people putting themselves in like chains or something in like the gallows in like a guilt situation. Is it like one of those situations? I don't know. I'm not too familiar with that one. Maybe it'll grow. Okay, so the very cryptic storytelling way of saying bald for 20 years, 41-year-old. But he's hopeful. Apparently, that's what that means. You can pogo with the best of them. Don't know what it means. He's just trying to do the right thing. Nice guy. This could. I mean, listen. Nice guy is a loaded phrase right now. Loaded description. So we got to be careful on that. I don't know what the bola huevo part means though. Anyway, in which someone looks elsewhere. What's your deal? Girlfriend Irene. Alex is on his way back from work. Okay. But he's on the balcony? 3 thoughts. Hey babes, all good? Yeah, great. Okay, let's think. Don't think about it. Oh no, don't think about it. What the fuck do we do? Let's keep thinking. That times the charm? Oh no, it'll just... So this is the total, and then it'll go down each time we get the chance to do it. Why? Don't know, you sound kind of weird. Okay, let's try sound weird now. Did something happen? No, nothing. Don't think about it. Not now. Not today, tomorrow. Today, tomorrow. We lost our job, didn't we? Or worse. Well... I got laid off. What? Who got laid off? Sorry, I'm in a noisy bar and the connection isn't great. What? No, waylaid. I got waylaid at Mr. Metro. Yeah, good save, jackass. Be honest. Or not. It could cause problems. I don't know your situation. Cool, catch the next one, yeah? It was the last one. There's a general strike today. I'm walking back. Walking? I'll get there when I get there. Okay. Apparently okay is an answer to that question. It could be fucking half an hour train. Not really a walkable situation. Probably not, given that it's Italy, huh? Yeah. What apartment, bro? I'm jobless. I'm already here, right under the damn balcony. So yes, I remember. Then why are we pretending? What's the problem? Or have we been jobless for a while? Is that the situation? I think that must be the situation. We haven't told a partner about the fact that we got no job for a little while now. I'll be there. Are you tired? We're grumbling, right? We're pretending to be Work trouble? Not really. Nothing in particular. Usual bullshit. Are you sure? You don't seem very convinced. Yeah, we're thoughtless. For fuck's sake, I told you everything's fine. We're snapping because we are stressed about our lie. Alright, chill, Jesus, I knew it. Can't you tell how nervous you are? Too much coffee. Fair enough, but don't take it out on me. Okay, cool. 5 to 7, yeah? If it looks like you're gonna be late, call a motor hello. Bro, they're gonna crash, bro. Did you not hear the previous situation? It's pretty crazy that you work for a scooter sharing company, but you never take a scooter. It's because we know about the stats, bro. You know the score. You remember the story about the guy with the cat named, what's his name? Schrodinger, bro? Schroeder's the big bad and Ninja Turtles. Not my time. I think his name was Shredder. True. I'm the one who watched Ninja Turtles. Schroeder's the kid from Peanuts. You never watched boys' cartoons. I guess it is. What, and Peanuts is a girl's cartoon? Let's tell her. Irene, we need to talk. I don't know if I'm gonna make it for 7. We didn't fix anything. You fixed the appointment. Can't you go on your own? I don't want to go on my own. Otherwise, pardon me for working. Bro, you're literally... Bro is digging a huge hole. Oh no, 41 as well. That's tough. Not that, I don't know why that's just like offensive, I think. But whatever, we'll let it slide. About the appointment, we'll tell her. There's something I have to tell you. So tell me, I'm already here at the apartment? Seriously? Well, I wanted it to be a surprise. What does trying this cat have to do with anything? Nothing, just saying. Okay, this is just opportunity. So if we didn't do it, then we could have got it now. I'll tell you tomorrow. Okay. Here's the time. Okay. We... In each moment, you can unlock 3. I mean, we should be able to click through it faster, right? Once we've done this. But I think we can probably leave it. Do we want to leave it there? I think we'll leave it there. That's in their shoes. That's, I mean, I guess because it's a story game. I mean, showing the demo is probably fair game anyway. Honestly, very, what do you call it? Fairly well done, I would say. I don't really have any... Honestly, I'm a little bit, like, I was looking for more to do. I'm sure there is more in the actual game, but I was just sort of, like... It's a good way to get people interested, like, little capsules of characters. I think it's very well done. I think that part is pretty good. The steeping in Italian subculture and history thing, you may need a glossary for those outside of Italy, but you probably don't. People can pick it up. I got the vibes. Is Milan the New York of Italy? Like the city that eats you or whatever? I don't know what. That's not really New York. Anyway, honestly, I had a good time. Let me just like quickly go like, you know, we get the deal. I do wonder if it's gonna like there's 7. It's gonna be 7 characters and 7 shoes, right? For the 49 moments in the actual game. I wonder if like I feel like there should be like a final like an after story for every character that like you should be able to get overall endings for the characters. I think maybe I'm too VN pilled, but I like the idea of like. Not quite bite-sized, but like, it's almost slice of life, but like, not slice of life in the sense it's like cheerful everyday moments. More slices of their lives in the very literal sense, right? And I think from that, you could maybe, if depending on like the choices you made, like if you want an example, I think the ending of the Henry Stickmin, where you can like pick the paths you took in the previous games when you play in the collection, I think, and then go to the final storylines based on those choices. Like if you got betrayed and then you escaped with I think it's Ellie, if I remember correctly, the female partner. ambiguous relationship with Henry Stickmin. Like, anyway, I think that could be very interesting sort of way to wrap it all up. I think if you like, I think it's a good time with all the characters, all the little stories, and then you build once you build the A to Z alphabet, then you can like pick like there's the 7 moments, right, from the endings. I mean, this is a lot of work, so maybe you don't want to do this, but I think it would be really sick if you like picked like depending on every possible permutation, like what direction you can take the final story in. Like, for example, if Nico, you know, if it's like a keep drinking, like keep ignoring family, drown yourself, escapism situation, and then we get like a different ending compared to, you know, try and get yourself a bit together, and then, you know, it's difficult, but you make up whatever. I don't know, depending on how you want to take it. You get what I mean, right? Like, I think they would be very interesting. Maybe you wanna have groups of subsets, something like this. But anyway, I think it's potential for a lot of cool ways to make the characters like have a final lasting impact. And I do think you probably want voices, or maybe like a version of the Animal Crossing, like but like with more. You need something more. I think if you just have the text, people are just gonna be like, because there's not really sprites, there's not really anything. It's in the modern generation of modern era. I think it's not enough. Although like here you got like perfectly amicable styles. I think you can a little bit more going on during the moments. Like could elevate it also. But anyway, I'm just sort of spitballing ideas. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you want me to actually do like a long form playthrough of a visual novel, though, because I'm seriously considering it. I would have to like think which one. I mean, I'll play any of them if they have like sex scenes or like stuff I can't show on YouTube. I'll either cut it out or I'll just blank out the screen and audio, but I'll still read it depending on what YouTube enjoys. But yeah, and also copyright wise, like some shit just gets claimed, I think. But I'll have to think about that one anyway. Subscribe and stuff. See ya.